You are granted a single wish from a genie who will try to ruin it for you. What do you wish for, and how do you phrase it to avoid it backfiring? Story 1. I would like a wallet that always has cash in it, that I can always find, and that never wears out. Only I can use it. The cash is legal tender and will draw no attention, legal or otherwise. The cash is applicable to whatever shop I'm using it for, and will change currency when I need it to. Neither the wallet nor the cash will have negative consequences, including but not limited to worsening my health and those that come in close contact/proximity of it, those that receive the money, those that see the wallet or money, those that hear about the money or wallet. The wallet will not affect my luck, nor will the money, i.e., no random or wrought acts to prematurely end my life or change it in any other way than how I want. This also applies for the lives of others. You can never get the cash out of the wallet. Your wish is granted. The wallet will always contain exactly 1 penny/pence/kopeck, etc. Taking out the penny will cause another penny to spawn in its place. The penny will always be of the most common year and mint mark and come slightly scuffed. I read a story like that when I was in middle school. It was called La Giacca Stregata by Dino Buzzati. The main character purchases a suit from a mysterious old man and discovers that every time he puts his hand in the jacket's pocket, he finds a genuine 10,000 lire bill. Despite being quite well off already, the idea of having so many riches tempts him, and he starts accumulating this money. But every morning in the newspapers, he reads of some tragedy, such as a bank robbery or a fire, where someone dies, and an amount of money exactly equal to the one he extracted from the jacket is destroyed. He realizes that his money comes from this price. Also, the mysterious tailor has disappeared. He asked for no payment and no trace of him can be found, making the main character feel like he has made a deal with the devil. But he doesn't have absolute certainty of the correlation, so he hangs on this doubt and keeps getting money, quits his job, buys a mansion, lives in luxury, cruises the world while feeling increasingly guilty. In the end, he can't take it anymore, after his elderly neighbor commits seppuku over losing her pension, 30,000 lire, which ended in his pocket, of course. He travels to a remote corner of the Alps and sets the jacket on fire. But as he's getting away, he hears a voice saying, "It's too late, it's too late." When he returns, all his belongings are gone, and no one recalls him ever being rich. He resumes working in a less prestigious position, and he says he's afraid of the day when the tailor will come for his payment, and will draw no attention, legal or otherwise. Too easy. No one notices the money when you try to spend it. It's effectively invisible to everyone else. Your wish is granted. However, in order to be legal tender and not counterfeit, it's real money, magically transported from the possession of those most desperately in need of it, those who need money to survive or to alleviate terrible suffering of those whom they love, to prevent wrongs and help others who desperately need it. You know this, though no one else does, so it doesn't affect others' perception of you in any sense that affects your luck. Each time you take money from the wallet, you live out the consequences of taking it in your dreams. It's a woman's purse with a stuck zipper. It is also indestructible. Story 2. I wish Bill Gates legally gave me $50 million of his private money without asking anything in return, and without anyone minding that I got said money. It's delivered in nickels on your doorstep. Nobody minds. In fact, everybody wants a piece of it. You spend the next few decades defending yourself from friends and family who want nothing more from you than your money. You can't trust anyone. Your family? They just need some cash to get by, and you practically owe it to them. They sue you for it, embroiling you in court battles. That girl in the bar who talked to you, she must know who you are. Your face is well known. She's not into you. You turn to drugs and alcohol. Slowly your life falls apart and you become a bitter old man, waiting to die alone. Enjoy! Your wish is granted. $50 million is wired to your bank account legally. However, the U.S. government only recognizes a certain amount as a gift, and the vast majority is taxed heavily. You now have $29 million left and couldn't be bothered to get a decent lawyer for your money. He takes all but $11,184 of it, claiming tax purposes require an outsourcing of the cash, and he, along with all your money, vanishes to some island. You've already put down a $10,000 payment on a $64,000 sports car and are now in the hole financially. But hey, at least no one minded that you had the money, especially the crooked lawyer. Story 3. A water bottle filled with an infinite amount of clean drinking water. Unable to open a bottle ever. too heavy to lift because of the infinite amount of water inside. In fact, the sudden appearance of infinite water in one concentrated spot falls to the ground, and the impact of infinite water on the ground causes the Earth to be knocked off its orbital track and hurtles either towards the sun or out into space, or it plows through the ground because it's so small of an object, and it makes its way towards the core. The bottle melts somewhere along the way, releasing the infinite amount of water deep below the mantle, which instantly cools the surrounding magma and pushes the world apart, cracking it in half. Water spreads everywhere, rapidly cooling any magma it comes in contact with, turning into steam, turning what's left of the Earth into a sauna. Eventually, the Earth is completely flooded, broken in half, and now freezing as the infinite amount of water is expanding past the limits of our atmosphere into space. The bottle leaks. Story 4. I wish for the genie to give me whatever it is that I desire at the time, but without ruining the wish. You desire a free sit-down dinner with Emma Watson in Paris at a fine bistro. Your wish is granted. You both laugh at the situation as you've both just appeared there suddenly in whatever clothes you were wearing, and the instantaneous date goes well. She even passed you her number at the end, and you're on cloud 9. Several months go by and you've been texting, calling late at night, and occasionally meeting her on set for her latest film projects. Until one day she just stops responding. You don't understand. You had her. You were happy. You curse the genie for taking it all away, and he appears. He explains that he did grant your wish. He didn't ruin your wish. You wanted dinner. You had dinner. What happened from there was on you. She broke your heart, not the genie. It's your fault for falling in love. Please like and subscribe if you've made it this far. I hope you'll enjoy the rest of this video and have a wonderful day. Story 5. I wish I could die with a feeling of peace, satisfaction, and joy. Edit. Looking at all the well-thought-out responses to this post, I can say I received over 100 death threats today, each more horrible than the last. It's right now, sucker! Ha 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 ha! Your wish is granted. Time is rewound to when you were an infant, nursing from your mother. She feels you lose suction from her breast and notices you're not breathing. You have passed. Your mother weeps uncontrollably, and over the next several weeks goes insane from the loss of her child, eventually ending her life in a fit of desperation, more than canceling out your peaceful passing from this world. Done. You, along with the senses of peace, satisfaction, and joy, are eradicated. Not only are you dead, but you've also condemned some 7 billion people to living without experiencing these. Their descendants, if any, will never know life without war or sleep easy. It's like hell on earth now, and for all eternity. Well done. Story 6. I'd wish for him to use his powers and grant me a wish that my current and future conscious mind would be the happiest with. This way he can't F with you because the wish is basically to make you the happiest possible based off your current consciousness, meaning he cannot handicap you, kill you, cannot try to trick you with phrasing, as that would lead to a disappointment of some kind, maintain optimal level of happiness while remaining intellectually identical. Checkmate, Genie. Edit. Your responses are hilarious. It would appear this genie is willing to distort space and time, shatter the rules of physics, use forces not known to mankind, whatever it takes, all in order to F my wish up. What a freaking tryhard this genie is. This genie reads your mind and says, sorry, one wish only, but dang, that would have been cool for you. Story 7. I wish for eternal good luck in all endeavors I pursue for any reason, be they personal, financial, romantic, educational, professional, etc. Edit. Turns out anything could be made to be terrible. Thanks for the crushing burden of that realization. Edit 2. I can't believe how many replies this is getting. You become depressed that nothing in your life is earned and are extremely successful at ending your own life. You suck the good luck from everyone around you. Your loved ones, colleagues, even nearby strangers are constantly injured, maimed, or killed by freak accidents. You get in a terrible accident and are paralyzed completely for life. You are really lucky not to die. Story 8. I'd wish that any time something bad happens in my life, something exponentially better will immediately follow. Something better always happens, to someone else. Phrasing, man. Your wish is granted. You are struck by a bus immediately, killing you instantly. However, since the genie isn't entirely heartless, you were technically alive when the bus hit you, so it did happen during your life. So your organs go to save a number of people in need at a nearby hospital. Way to pay it forward. Every time something tragic happens, you feel exponential growth in your pants. It's a negative exponent, making better become worse by the math of it. Story 9. I wish my wife turned into a total fox. Wife is a bee, and I'm allowed to shoot foxes on my property. Your wish is granted. Your genie likes the phrasing and decides she is now a drop-dead gorgeous foxy lady. Foxy grandpa, that is. She can be as much of a bee as she wants now, as every guy wants her. She doesn't need you anymore and leaves, but finds your post about wanting her shot and has you tried for conspiracy to commit murder. You die alone in jail, and she married some rich dude who bangs her new foxy form often. Story 10. I wish for you not to try to ruin this wish. Wish is unclear. Genie's 2,000-year-old wang ends up in your mouth. Easy enough, you didn't actually ask for anything. You go about your day with a smug grin on your face, believing you've bested one of the most powerful beings in the universe. You're chugging along on online forums and posting something like, "Cigarettes. You can pay to get cancer. Who wouldn't want that?" The genie smiles. You've expressed desire. Your money vanishes, you have cancer, and you desperately want a cigarette. Story 11. I wish for $200 million to be deposited into my bank account at 5 p.m. today. Your wish is granted. However, it's found to be a mistake by the U.S. government, and they dive into this mistake, only to find suspicious activity on your part and lock you away for a conspiracy to steal from the government. Only after 41 years did they discover it was an account error on their part and set you free. Everyone you loved or held dear has essentially forgotten about you and or moved on. Story 12. I wish you were free from your lamp and could live a normal life. You and the genie change places. You are now the genie of the lamp. Your genie now lives in an apartment, which is nice, as he's always wanted more space. But normal for him is being a slave to these wishes, and he continues granting them at the request of others for the remainder of his existence. Story 13. An urgent tag would have been hilarious in this thread. Your wish for an urgent tag is granted. Someone is driving and looking at an online forum. They see the urgent tag distracting them from the road, the same road you are currently crossing. You are crippled and will live in terrible pain for the rest of your very long life as a result of the accident. Story 14. I wish for a turkey sandwich on rye bread with lettuce and mustard. And I don't want any zombie turkeys. I don't want to turn into a turkey myself, and I don't want any other weird surprises. You got it? Not bad. Nice. Hot mustard. Good bread. The turkey's a little dry. F, what is this from? It sounds so familiar. Story 15. I wish to win whenever I intentionally gamble. Sabotaging Genie aside, this is a great wish. If you want anything to happen, you can just bet it will happen. If it's a guaranteed win, it's no longer a gamble. You now gamble in your sleep as well and lose all your money. Story 16. I wish for internet gold. I don't even know what it does, so whatever the outcome, I won't be surprised. Thanks, you/Time2, you the real genie. You are banned from every sub except r/lounge. Well, I do what I can. Wish granted. Story 17. Genie, I only wish that you live out whatever the rest of your life may be, content and happy, peaceful and serene, and with light and kindness in your heart. He follows you everywhere and is very obnoxious. Story 18. I wish for a 12-inch pianist. Your wish is granted. You now own the world's only copy of The Pianist on Laserdisc. Please leave your stories in the comments. I'd love to make a video of them in the future. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe.